In part 1, we looked at the unexpected survivors, but now we get to the legends. These aren't just cars that were built well. These are machines that were engineered for the end of the world. They are the workhorses, the warriors, the unkillable legends that simply refuse to die. Today, in part 2, we're counting down the 6 toughest vehicles ever made, ending with the one vehicle that Top Gear themselves literally could not kill. And if you believe they don't make them like they used to, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button now, because you are not going to want to miss this. The Mercedes-Benz W123, 1976 to 1985. In the late 1970s, Mercedes-Benz created a car so ridiculously overbuilt that accountants are probably still having nightmares about it. The W123 series wasn't just built to last. It was constructed like Mercedes expected it to survive the collapse of civilization itself. In Morocco, these mechanical immortals are still running taxi routes today, with over 600,000 miles on their original engines. That's not a typo. 600,000 miles. The legendary Ohm 617 diesel engine was so understressed that highway speeds felt like a leisurely warm-up. After the nuclear apocalypse, there will be cockroaches, Keith Richards, and W123 Mercedes taxis still puttering along. The Jeep Cherokee XJ, 1984 to 2001. When AMC engineers designed the Cherokee XJ, they apparently decided subtlety was for weaklings. Instead of creating just another SUV, they built what can only be described as a motorized middle finger to the concept of planned obsolescence. The 4.0-liter inline-six engine was basically immortal. These motors regularly hit 300,000 miles, while being maintained with the automotive equivalent of thoughts and prayers. What made the XJ truly special was its glorious simplicity. No fancy electronics to fail, just a transfer case, solid axles, and enough ground clearance to drive over your problems. The U.S. Postal Service bought thousands for rural mail delivery because they needed something that wouldn't die. 20 years later, many of those mail Jeeps are still running, having been rolled, flooded, and driven through things that shouldn't be driven through. The Ford Crown Victoria, 1992 to 2011. Ford's Crown Victoria was the automotive equivalent of a cockroach wearing a police uniform. It was a mobile fortress designed to withstand abuse that would make other vehicles surrender. Police departments didn't choose it for speed. They chose it because you could drive it into a brick wall, reverse out, and chase bad guys without missing a beat. And here's the beautiful irony. When police departments retired these cars with 150,000 hard miles, they were just getting broken in. Taxi companies would buy them and run them for another 300,000 miles. When Ford killed production in 2011, police departments literally stockpiled them. That's how legendary they were. The Cummins-powered Dodge Ram, 1989 to 1993. In 1989, Dodge did something that seemed insane at the time. They took a commercial truck engine, designed for semi-trucks that never stopped running, and stuffed it into a consumer pickup. The Cummins 5.9-liter turbo diesel wasn't just overbuilt. It was engineered for applications where failure meant bankruptcy. The first-generation Cumins Ram wasn't pretty. The ride quality was medieval. But none of that mattered, because the drivetrain was essentially immortal. The Cummins engine was rated for 1 million miles. The fuel system was purely mechanical, with no computers to fail. The Cummins was so valuable that trucks with blown transmissions and crime scene interiors still sold for thousands just for the engine. The Toyota pickup, Hilux, 1979 to 1995. Toyota, in the 1980s, looked at American pickup trucks breaking down and said, "Hold our sake." What they created wasn't just a truck, it was a legend. These Toyota pickups were so indestructible that the BBC show Top Gear literally tried to kill one. They drowned it in the ocean, set it on fire, dropped it from a crane, hit it with a wrecking ball, and placed it on top of a building that was then demolished. After all that torture, the damn thing still started. The 22R engine was a masterpiece of simplicity and over-engineering. These trucks became the unofficial vehicles of conflict zones worldwide because they simply wouldn't stop running. We've seen some truly unkillable cars, but stick around because we're about to get to the one pickup truck that was so indestructible, the show Top Gear literally tried to destroy it with a wrecking ball and failed. The Toyota Land Cruiser, FJ60 1980 to 1990. And at the top of our list sits the Toyota Land Cruiser 60 series. And honestly, nothing else even comes close. This wasn't just built to last forever. It was engineered to last forever while crossing the Sahara Desert and climbing mountains that would make billy goats nervous. Toyota didn't just over-engineer the Land Cruiser. They engineered it for a different planet, where the laws of mechanical failure don't apply. The straight-six engines regularly hit 400,000 miles. Some have passed 1 million. What really set the 60 series apart was its role as the United Nations vehicle of choice for the world's worst places. When humanitarian organizations needed vehicles that absolutely, positively had to work in conditions that would make Mad Max cry, they bought Land Cruisers. These trucks have transcended mere transportation to become symbols of mechanical immortality. And that's our list of the 6 most unkillable legends ever built. But now I have to ask you, of all these indestructible beasts, which one would you trust to get you through the apocalypse? Let us know your pick in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this celebration of pure toughness, don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching.